Hi, I'm Sam Phantom, and this is my Kero Blaster Zangyou mode speedrun tutorial. In this guide, I'll be going over each of the 7 levels in depth, explaining each room, what to do in it, and how to do it. So, without further ado, let's dive straight in, starting with Hinterland Fort. Time starts as soon as you press OK on this file selection screen. A small tip for any run of this game. When you hold either the shoot button or the pause button during any text box, then the text will scroll by much faster. Do so here, and then say yes in order to enter Zangyou mode. Start off the level by walking right while shooting. Jump at this point to line yourself up with this pink enemy and kill it. Then, jump at the very edge of both of these ledges in order to bypass the next few obstacles. Make your way past these tumbleweeds. You don't necessarily need to collect the coins from them due to the leniency of the money route in this category, but there's no reason not to. Jump up these blocks and then drop down to avoid this enemy. Jump this gap and then align yourself up with this tumbleweed to bypass it. Jump here and immediately start holding left in the air to slow down enough to avoid damage from this enemy. Once you kill it, walk forward and do a short hop here to kill this enemy. Although there is a way to get through this without stopping, it is pretty tight. Jump over this gap as usual, except this time, turn around mid-air and start shooting backwards to scroll the screen left. This will align the enemy spawns just right so you can traverse them. For this jump in particular, you want to let go of the button right before hitting the enemy in order to cross the gap without taking damage. The rest of the room is decently self-explanatory. It's worth noting that jumping off the top of ladders like this one is faster than climbing up the entire thing. These crab-like enemies have 2 different attacks, a high jump with a delayed attack and a low jump with an instant attack. If this upper crab does a low jump, then you have to react and jump over it. If it does a high jump, then all you have to do is walk while shooting. Jump early-ish into this crab, and then use your invincibility frames to climb the ladder and avoid the tumbleweed. Turn around and start shooting backwards while on this top platform, and then do a short hop off the edge of it. Depending on which attack this crab does, either do this, or this. Be sure to mash the shoot button as fast as possible in order to kill it quickly and safely. Once you do kill it, go left and jump while shooting to destroy these spikes and make it up to this platform. Jump down in front of the tumbleweed to destroy it. Then jump on the chest to open it and collect at least 10 coins from it. On your way back, climb on and then jump off of the ladder in order to quickly make it over this gap. There are 2 paths in this next section. Obviously the best way to go is this bottom path where all you have to do is avoid the spikes. Make your way to the shop. In here, upgrade your pea shooter to the repeater for 10 coins. I highly recommend you also fill up your heart for an extra coin if you have not already gotten one from random enemy drops. This is the crab tower. It's the one section that includes 4 of the most random enemies in the entire game. However, there is a way to cleanly get past them by avoiding killing 1 or even 2 of them. Jump on this block and then shoot to destroy this one. Be careful, however, not to destroy this one. In fact, you're going to want to stand on it and shoot up to hurt this crab. Once you either kill it or do a good amount of damage to it, jump onto the left edge of this platform and then back onto the right one. Then shoot to the right, do about 6-ish damage to this crab, and then jump onto the platform and then off the tower. Another strategy is to, after killing the first initial crab, drop off of the block to kill this crab as well. Then simply proceed as normal. The rest of the room is extremely simple. Make your way through, jumping and shooting when it's needed. The only enemies that you really have to worry about are these dragons. All you have to do though is jump in front of them while shooting in order to kill them. This room is pretty difficult and, depending on enemy movement, slightly random. Hold shoot going into the room and jump on this enemy's head. Timing the jump is kinda precise, but consistent with practice. If the enemy moves left, however, you can simply jump once you land in front of it. Once you get to this top platform, jump at this point to trigger both of these enemies' attacks. Then, jump in front of this enemy, kill it, walk forward for half a second, and then jump again to kill this enemy. If this guy moves left, however, you can instead hold right the entire time and jump over this enemy to save about a second. Follow this jump pattern to destroy this purple hive from afar, and then jump to kill the fly that spawns from it. Take this small detour to the chest. Keep in mind that you don't have to destroy this block in order to get through. Collect 20-ish coins and then start heading to the boss room. You can jump off this ladder, but not this one. If you need an extra heart at this point, there's one that drops from this hive. Use the invincibility frames of the flies as they're spawning to collect it safely. This boss is essentially a big version of the crab enemies from earlier. Annoying, dangerous, and of course extremely random. Here's a strategy to killing it, however you're going to need to practice it a good amount in order to make it consistent. Once the fight starts, walk left while shooting these books in order to knock them down a little bit. Then, once the projectiles clear out, jump on the books. The position at which you put them in makes jumping to shoot the boss in this first cycle much easier. Then, leading into the second cycle, fall back onto the left platform and mash shoot to do a good amount of damage. On the off chance that the boss doesn't jump far enough to land on the ground, do short hops in order to do damage. On the third cycle, walk under the boss as it jumps, and either stand on the books or this platform to mash safely. You should do enough damage to enter the second phase at this point. Walk under the boss again and stand on the left platform to mash, and then again, this time from the books. Although I do not recommend you do this when you're first starting, it's still worth knowing about, and with practice, it can be worth doing in runs. It's the 4 cycle, a very dangerous, difficult, and somewhat inconsistent trick on one of the most unpredictable bosses in the game. The fight is more or less the same, the only difference being this first jump. Instead of keeping your distance, jump straight into the boss's hitbox and shoot it from there. You want to do around 40 to 50 damage in this 1 cycle. This should allow you to do a 2 cycle on this boss's first phase and save around 10 seconds. Collect the fan. Remember that holding the shoot button will speed up the text and allow you to proceed quicker. Destroy these last books with the repeater, and then switch back to the fan before entering Greenery Zone. Now that I've gone through the level in depth, here's what it would look like in an optimized speedrun.